Hello everyone, good morning. So can anyone confirm audible or not? Can you hear me? Yeah. So did you complete that HTML topics? Did you complete the HTML topics from uijavakit.com? Okay. Okay, perfect. So our next level discussion is like CSS. So these are the last 7 class videos. So I will upload this one. Okay. End of the class, you can download it. Okay. Okay, let's start. So why we go for CSS? If anybody asks, why we go for CSS? What's your answer? What is CSS? CSS stands for what? CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet. Why we go for CSS? Come on, why we go for CSS? If you want to change the behavior of an element, okay, that is look and feel wise or something, whatever it is. If you want to change the behavior of an element, then that time you can go with what? CSS or not. Then the time you can go with CSS or not. So if you want to apply CSS, how we can apply? I have one element is there, that element behavior I want to change it. So that is possible by using CSS as per our statement. But how we can apply that CSS? How I can change the behavior of an element? Syntactically, how it is looks like? That is our next level discussion. See, first I have one element is there. I have one element. That element is like simply div. This is my open element and this is my content. This is my closing element. This is my open element. This is my content. This is my content. Now by default, this is visible like what? My search name is visible like a black color. Okay, with okay, normal font. With normal font. Normal font. But my requirement is I don't want the black color. I want to apply, okay, the color is like red. The next one, the font size is not like a normal font size. I want the font size something like big. It's like 30 pixel or something. Okay, so I want to change the look and feel of this element or not. I want to change the behavior of an element or not. So that is possible by using CSS. If you want to apply some CSS to this particular element, what inputs are required? If you want to apply the CSS, okay, first thing is like element is required. To whom you want me to apply? This is div. This is div. To whom you want me to apply? Okay, the next one is like, okay, which CSS properties you want me to apply? It's like a color red something. Okay, which CSS properties you want me to apply? Which CSS properties you want me to apply? You want me to apply? Okay, now everyone knows the CSS property. See the terminology, CSS properties or property. Syntactically, how it is looks like CSS property. If you go, okay, if you go to browser, just open it, developer console window, open it. Okay, now if you observe, this is an element, right? For this element in the right side, there has some CSS applied, CSS properties applied. Okay, now terminology wise, this one, what we can say, it is a property. Okay, this is one property, this is one property, like this multiple properties are there. Okay, my property contains what? See, two parts again. Okay, this part and this part. What I can say, this is the key. This property is nothing but it's a key value pair or not. So I needed some CSS properties is nothing but key value pairs required or not. Okay, one key value pair represents one property, another key value pair represent another CSS property or not. Like that, how many CSS properties are there? There has multiple. Say this. Okay, element dot styles there, right? Just click on this. Okay, Okay, just type A. Now say this with starts with A, sorry, many CSS properties are there. Okay, start with the B. How many CSS properties are there? These many are there. Like this, these all are like CSS properties. Okay, keys are values. These are the keys. These are the keys. These are the keys. Now, okay, if I click on this any key, now click on the tab. Now it go to the next right side. Right side, these are the okay, these are the suitable values for that particular key. See the helper, you can get it or not. These are the suitable keys or not, values or not. All are okay. Agreed with me? Are you able to hear me? Just respond. Use your chat window. Are you able to hear me? Okay. Okay, then like that, you can see the CSS properties, all the CSS properties we can see or not. Okay, CSS property is nothing but it's a key value pair or not. Key value pair. You want to apply some CSS properties, right? Okay, so first of all, to which element you want me to apply? Yes, div. I have the element. Which CSS properties you want me to apply? That CSS properties also required or not? What CSS properties you want me to apply? One of the CSS properties what? Okay, if you don't know, okay, just color. See this helper, you can get the color or not. This is one CSS property. What is the value? Okay, red is my value. So can I take this one? This is the okay. One color is the key, red is the value. The next one is like font size. Next is like font size. See this font size 30 pixel or whatever you want. Just copy this one, okay, and paste here. Okay, here color is a key, red is the value. Font to size is the key, 30 pixel is the value or not. So this key value pair, I can say like what? Okay, the whole key value pair, I can say like a property or not. Got my point? Now I have the inputs. To which element you want me to apply? Yes, that element is there. Which properties you want me to apply? Key value pairs. Those key value pairs also there or not there? Those key value pairs also there or not there? Yes or no? Okay. So I have the inputs now. Okay. My question is, if you have the inputs, you need to process it, right? Then only we can see the output or not. If you have the input, you need to process. Okay. Then only we can see the output or not. So the question is, how we can apply these properties to my element or not, or elements or not. Okay, what is my question? How we can apply the CSS properties to my element or elements or not? So is there any one way? Is there any okay multiple ways or there? Okay, so my question is what? How we can apply these CSS properties? How we can apply these CSS properties to my element? That is my question. Okay, so anyone answer? So how we can apply CSS properties to my element? I have the inputs now. How to apply the CSS properties to my to one element, to one element. Okay, yes. There has multiple ways or there, multiple ways or there. Let me write it down. Okay, the first way I can say like inline styling. Okay, inline styling. The next way you can say like the next way what we can say internal styling. The next way I can say like a external styling. These are the three ways or there to apply our CSS properties to my element or not. These are the three ways or not. Shall we go with one by one? Shall we go with one by one? Okay, then these are the HTML related, right? So let me create one folder. Okay, HTML. Can we drag all this in the HTML folder? Can we drag all these things in my HTML folder? Okay, so can I create one more folder? Can we create one more folder? Okay, like CSS. Okay, this today's class zip, it's like keep on updating. Let me delete it. Can I create, okay, can I create one more folder for images? Okay, new folder. In future, there are some other images also I want to place it. So let me okay, drag and drop this in. Okay, so can we add the CSS now? Okay, so can we come here? Okay, here just inline styling, inline.html. Okay, let's start. Okay, let's start. I have one element div. Okay, such. I have one more element also there, h1 or para or span. Okay, don't. I have one more element is there. Okay, Kohli. Can anyone tell? Okay, if I run this inline.html in my browser, okay, how this Sachin Dhoni Kohli rendered? How it looks like. First, my Sachin placed, my Dhoni, okay, rendered beside Sachina, next line. Okay, next line, my Dhoni printed. Next line. Got the point? Okay, is there any gap maintained between Sachin and Dhoni? That means, okay, Sachin, Dhoni, line by line only. Is there any gap maintained? Any gap? No. Why? Why means div or span is not having any margins or not. The next one is like what? Kohli. Kohli is not print immediately after Dhoni. Okay, it maintains some gap or not. Why it is maintained some gap? Okay, why means my para by default having what? My para by default having some margin or not? Because of that one only, okay, maintain some gap or not. Okay, so how we can check his margin is there or not there? Go to developer console window. Okay, any element you click, okay, if there is no red shade, okay, then that time you can say like no margin. Okay, if there has a red shade is there, it may be top, bottom, left to right, whatever it is. If you see the red shade while clicking on this particular element in your browser, then what you can say? That element contains some margin. There has a light green color is there, then that what I can say? Come on, terminology. If any element you click, if you see the red shade top, right, left, bottom, then I can say that element has some margin. Which margin? You can see here, margin, how much is there. If I click on the element, if I see like a green, light green shade, okay, then I can say that is a padding. Then I can say that is what? Padding. Got my point? What I can say that is, all are agreed? Okay, what is margin? What is padding? I will tell. There has one concept is their box model. See this box, see this box. Okay, I will talk about this box in tomorrow's class. Okay, then. Now let's start. Come back to our discussion. Now I have the elements. For all these elements, I want to apply, okay, these CSS properties or not. Color red, one CSS property is there. Font says 30 pixel, one CSS property is there. By using, okay, three ways are there: inline, internal, and external, right? Inline, internal, and external. You got my point? Inline, internal, and external. So one is like inline, another one is like internal, the next one is like what? External. Okay, so let's start with inline. If you want to apply the CSS, okay, if you want to apply the CSS properties to my element by using inline styling, how we can apply, by using style attribute, By using style attribute, we can apply the CSS properties to my element through inline styling or not. Through inline styling. So, okay, how we can write the style attribute? Okay, this is an element, right? Attribute is nothing but what? Attribute is nothing but what? Attribute is nothing but it's a key value pair or not. So I have a key is like this style. This is my value. We can think about the value later. Okay, attribute is nothing but it's a key value pair. My key is a style. Value we can think about. Think about that value later. Yeah. Say I can apply the inline styles. Okay, I can apply the inline styles to my element by using style attribute. Attribute is nothing but what? Again, it's a key value pair. Property is also key value pair only. Leave it. It's a CSS property. Attribute also it's a key value pair. Okay, it is always placed in the open element. So I placed or not. This is my open element. This is my open element. This is my open element. Okay, here I placed the key and value. Key and value. Key value. Now we can talk about the value. Okay, what is the value? Can anyone guess? Your CSS properties we can pass as a values. Your CSS properties we can pass as a values. How many CSS properties you want me to pass? Two CSS properties. One is like color red, another one is like font size or not. One is like color red, another one is like font size or not. Agreed with me? Yes or no? One is like color red, another one is like font size. Okay, color red is a key value pair. Okay, see, attribute is a key value pair. Leave it. Attribute discussion is done. Now we can talk about the CSS properties. CSS property is nothing but it's a key value pair. What is the key? Color is the key. What is the value? Red. Red. But here, color and red, okay, we should not place like this. Okay, we should have to bind like one property. So how we can bind it? My color is a key, red is a value. My key to value, how we can differentiate, you know, by using colon. By using colon. See this. This is my key and this is my value. Okay, key to value, how we can differentiate? By using colon or not. By using colon. Okay, now one CSS property you applied. Okay, here also I need to apply the CSS property color red or not. So how we can? Color is my property key and my value is what? Red or not. Okay, here my color is my CSS property key and red is my value or not. See, you can get the helpers also. All are okay? Okay, now only one CSS property you want me to apply or multiple CSS properties? Tell me in our requirement, multiple CSS properties. What is the next one? Okay, font size. So key to value we can differentiate by using a colon. One property to another property we can differentiate by using semicolon. Okay, what is my next one? Font size. Okay, how much? 30 pixel or not? Okay, here also what? Font size 30 pixel or not? The next one is what? Another CSS property. Font size is like 30 pixel or not? Now see this. These two CSS properties applied to my div by using style attribute. That the reason it is which kind of styling? It is an inline styling or not? It is an inline styling or not? So can I refresh my page? Yes. Now see this. My Sachin Dhoni Kohli turned to be red color with 30 font size, 30 pixel font size or not? Yes or no? Now come on. Come on. This is my body. If I click on the div, now see, come to the right side. Now element dot style in this area, okay, my color red font size 30 pixel added or not? So element dot style in this area, whatever the CSS properties you placed, those are applied like an inline styling to my element or not? Got my point? Okay, in this section, whatever the CSS properties you added, those CSS properties added like a which kind of styling? Inline styling or not? Now come here. Now come here. Okay. Now this is my Zoom website. This is my Zoom website. Okay. Now see this. Your meeting has been launched. I want in the red color. Okay. See this. This is the one. This is my H1 or not? See, for this H1, is there any inline styling applied? Inline styling applied or not applied at this moment? Do we have any styles applied through inline styling? Come on. how we can say inline styles applied by using style attribute. But here style attribute there or not there in the open element? No. So each one is not having any inline styles. But here if I place color, okay, see that, see in the left side, what changes you can see. Color red, if I place, it is turned to the red color. See my style color red applied or not? Yes, sir. Okay, so whatever you place the CSS properties in the element.style section, that is added like, okay, in styles to my element h1 or not. Okay, happened here also. See this? Okay, these are CSS properties. My voice is breaking. One confirm. Okay, 1 second. One second, give me 1 minute. Yeah, is it okay now? Can anyone confirm? Is it okay now? Is it okay now? Yeah. If you face any issues, okay, voice issues, okay, audio issues, just let me know, okay? You can drop a message to everyone so I'm able to see. Don't drop. Okay. Okay. Now it is which kind of styling? This is which kind of styling? This is which kind of styling? Whatever the CSS properties you applied by using style attribute, okay, this kind of styling we can say like what? Inline styling or not. So yes, my requirement satisfied, but there has some drawbacks or there for my inline styling. Okay, can anyone tell me by seeing this code, okay, why this code is not recommended? Just I written the code like this. My requirement satisfied. My search in the red color and 30 pixel font size I required. So yes, I'm able to see. I'm able to see. Okay, but what's wrong with this code? Okay, this is requirement wise satisfied. But why it is not okay recommended one? Why this type of coding is not recommended means very simple here. Say in my first line, if you observe color red font size 30 pixel. Okay, here color red font size 30 pixel. Here color red font size is 30 pixel. If you observe the same code you repeated multiple times, it is kind of duplicate code or not. Okay, any programming language you can take it. Duplicate code is not a recommended one, right? Any programming language you can take it. Duplicate code is not a recommended one or not. Agree with me? Okay, for example, 100 elements are there. Today, all my 100 elements is like a red color. Tomorrow, my requirement changed. Like I don't want in the red color, I want green color. Then, how many places that change is required? In how many places that change is required? 100 places or not? Yes or no? If you written the same code multiple times, then that time if any change is required, you have to do the change in each and every place or not. In each and every place or not. So making the changes also very difficult, very costly or not. So okay, here you written the duplicate code. Okay, which level? Which level? See, div, span, para. Which level you written the duplicate code at element level or not? See this. Div is an element at element level only, right? You written the same code multiple times. Yes or no? Come on. Written the duplicate code at element level or not. So can I write some drawbacks here? Okay, in my inline styling, okay, you written the duplicate code at element level or not. Written the duplicate code at element level or not. Element level or not. The next one is like, okay, changes are like very costly or not. Making the changes. Making the changes. Changes are difficult or not. Yes, sir. To overcome those problems, they introduced one more, one more styling. What is that? To overcome that inline styling drawbacks, they introduced, one more styling, that is like internal styling or not. So by using internal styling, now requirement not changed. I want to apply these CSS properties to this element or not. Yes or not? Okay, in the past, you applied the CSS properties to my element by using inline styling. By using inline styling. Now you applied, you need to apply, the CSS properties to my element through internal styling or not. So how we can apply? See, internal styling. Internal styling. Okay, then. Now come here, whatever the code you written, okay, can I take this one? Requirement not change, Sachin Dhoni, Kohli only. So you want me to apply through inline styling in our requirement? No. So can I delete it? I don't want to apply through inline styling. Okay, let me delete it. If I delete this one, now all are in the black. Okay, all are in the black color with normal font size or not. So our requirement is not that one. Our requirement is I want to apply the CSS properties to my element through internal styling or not. So how we can apply, if you want to apply the internal styling, okay, that is possible by using style only, but that is not an attribute, that is a tag. By using style tag, we can apply the CSS properties to my element. That kind of styling, what we can say, internal styling or not, by using style tag. Now, if anybody asks like, what is the difference between style attribute and style tag? What is your answer? If anybody asks what is the difference between style attribute and style tag, what is the answer? By using style attribute, we can apply inline styling. By using style tag, we can apply internal styling or not. Okay, can we check it? How we can apply? Can we check it? How we can apply? Are you able to hear me? Can you respond? Are you able to hear me? Is my voice is clear? Come on, respond. Okay, then. Now let's go to internal styling. Okay, how we can apply the internal styling? By using, come on, by using style tag. How my style tag is looks like? How my style tag is looks like? Style open and closing, like this or not? Like this or not? Now here we have a small syntax. Style attribute, how it is looks like. Style is a key and a value. My values contain CSS properties. CSS property again key value pairs. This kind of syntax, right? For inline styling. Style is an attribute. Inside this one, CSS properties like that. Here also we need to follow some syntax. What is that one? Very simple. First, selector. Selector is nothing but, okay, it's a terminology. Select an element, represents an element, that is a selector. Okay, which CSS properties you want me to apply, that set of CSS properties you can place here. See that? Got my point? Now see this. This is my, okay, selector. Selector is nothing but which element, to which element you want me to apply the CSS properties. Can we add that CSS properties here? Can we write the selector here? Then the time this CSS properties apply to this particular element or not? Okay, now let's start. Okay, which CSS properties you want me to apply? Which CSS properties you want me to apply? Come on, you have that. You have that. Okay, which CSS properties, not to which element, which CSS properties? One is like a color, red is one CSS property or not? Yes, sir. Next, one more CSS property is what? Font size 30 pixels. These are the CSS properties. So property is nothing but a key value pair. Key to value, how we can differentiate? By using colon. By using colon. Key to value, how we can differentiate? By using colon. One property to another property, how we can differentiate? By using semicolon. By using semicolon or not? Yes or no? So I have the CSS properties, set of CSS property. It is a set, you can say, set of CSS properties. To which element you want me to apply? Can you select that element? Now I want to write the selector. I want to select the element. To which element you want me to apply? Come on. To which element or elements you want me to apply? To which element you want me to apply? Come on. That element I want to select it. Div. Perfect. I want to apply to div. Now, can I save this one? Can I save this one? Can we run it? Can we run it? Open with okay, Google Chrome. Now see this? Applied or not to my searching? Okay, like that. Only one search now. Multiple elements there. There has multiple elements are there. So can we write one more element is what? Okay, for one more element, span or not? Span or not? Yes. There has one more element also there. What is that? What is that? Para or not? Para or not? See this? Applied. But again, yes, my requirement satisfied. Again, there is a drawback. What is that? Same code you written, right? Again, see this code, this code, this code. Okay, yes or no? Okay, now if you want to apply the same CSS properties to multiple elements, okay, then that time you can write the syntax like that. Selector, okay, 1 comma, selector, okay, 2 comma, selector 3 comma, like this. You can write any number of selectors with comma separated. Okay, you can write any number of selectors with comma separated. So first selector, okay, first one, can you select an element? What? Div. Okay, the next one, can you select an element is like span? The next one, can I select the element is like para? Now can we delete this? Can we delete this? Now can I run it? Yes or no? Can I run it? Can I run it? Okay, now tell me. These CSS properties applied for multiple elements or not? Okay, how many times you written the code? Tell me. How many times you written the code? Come on. How many times you written the code? Only one time or not? Okay, it is the recommended way or not? Okay, okay then. Now tell me, what are the drawbacks or their inline styling? Okay, those are overcome here or not? Okay, in the inline style, you written the duplicate code. Here, how many times you written? Is it like duplicated? Is my code is like duplicate? No. Okay, first drawback, overcome or not. The next one, if you want to do the change red to green, okay, how many places my change is required? How many places my change is required? Only one place is enough or not? Yes or no? Only one place is enough or not? Agree with me? Only one place is enough or not? So whatever the drawbacks are there in my inline styling, I am able to overcome those drawbacks by using internal styling or not. All are okay? Yes or no? If all the drawbacks we are able to overcome by using internal styling, then why they introduced external? That means there has some drawbacks are there in the internal styling also or not? There has some drawbacks are there in my internal styling also or not? Now tell me, see, there has multiple elements, 1, 2, 3, 4 elements are there. Okay, these 4 elements, okay, this content is visible to you or not? This content in the browser, is it visible? Like a normal content, such in Dhoni, Kohli, like that, is it visible to you? This content is visible? No, right? No, right? Why it is not visible? Now see here, why it is not visible? Can I inspect it? Can I inspect it? Observe here. Observe here. Okay, now HTML contains 2 elements, head and body. Okay, HTML is which kind of element? Block level element. Head is which kind of element? Display none. Whatever inside my header that is not visible or not. Inside the header, what kind of code is there? See this, your style tag placed or not. So did you tell to the browser, hey, can you place my style tag inside the head tag? Did you tell anywhere? Did you mention anywhere? No, right? My browser knows everything. Which tag has to place inside the body, which tag has to place inside the head or not. Got my point? My browser knows everything. Okay, which tag has to place inside the body, which is visible to the end user, which tag should not, okay, should not place inside the body, inside the head has to place, my browser knows or not. That's the reason, if my style is placed inside the head, my browser knows that one. My head by default having display none, so it is not visible or not. Okay, now inside the body as usual, there has three elements are there. Now if I click on this div, now see this, okay, color, it is not an inline styling, so this is not applied in this section or not, yes or no? In the element dot style, whatever the css properties are there, those are applied like a inline, but now it is inline or internal, now it is inline or internal, it is an internal styling or not. That's the reason in this section my css not placed here, it is not here, it's placed or not. See my div color green, font size, my span and para, okay, not required here, so that those are like in mute or not. Agree with me? Now there has a checkbox is there, see this, okay, now these checkboxes are checked. If you want to instantly check if it is not there, what happens, see this, it's turned to be like a black color or not. If it is not there, it's turned to be like a normal font or not. See this, instantly if you want to check it. What is the impact if you want to see instantly? If it is not there, what is the impact? If you want to see instantly, just check and uncheck, check and uncheck, like this you can check it. Got my point? This is the way you can apply which kind of styling, internal styling or not. Okay, so inline drawbacks overcome in internal, okay, inline styling drawbacks overcome in internal styling. So my internal styling also having some drawbacks. That the reason only those people, okay, introduced external styling or not. What are the drawbacks? Just see this. Now, for example, I have one application is there. Application contains how many files? Application, it is not a page. You can write multiple files or not. For example, that has quick info, one folder is there, that is the application folder. Okay, this is okay, this tells like, okay, number of teams and their players. Okay, for example, I have one team is there, okay, india.html. Okay, there has one more team, Aussies.html. Okay, there has one more team, West Indies.html. Like this, multiple teams are there. Okay, each and every team has some players, Okay, div, this is one div. Okay, the next one is like, okay, there has two players are there. Okay, India, there has some players are there. Sachin, Dhoni, Kohli is there. Okay, in West Indies, there are some players are there. Lara, okay, some players are there. Done. Now my requirement is very simple. This is my quick info, okay, application. Okay, how many teams are there? Those team members I want in the red color with font size 30 pixels. That is my requirement. Can you do it? Can I run this one first? Okay, can I run it? Okay, if I run this Aussies India, okay, open with Google Chrome. Okay, let me close remaining. Okay, this is my Australia page. This is my India page. Okay, and this is my West Indies page. Our requirement is what? I want all the players in the red color with font size 30 pixels. That is my requirement. So how you want me to proceed? How you want me to proceed? Do you want me to go with inline styling? Do you want me to go with the inline styling? Do you want me to go with the inline styling? No, right? Okay, already there has some drawbacks or their inline styling. Okay, to overcome that one, I can go with the internal styling or not. So can I go with the internal styling now? Okay, so far I know up to internal only. So can I go with that? Okay, so what you have to do? Internal styling by using which tag? Style tag. Okay, syntax is what? Selector, your key value pairs or not. This is the syntax or not. Your key value pairs or not. This is the syntax or not. Okay, selectors. Can you select the elements? Which elements are there? Div is there, para is there, D is there. Okay, which CSS properties you want me to apply? My color is like red. One CSS property. The next one, my font size is like 30 pixels. This is one more CSS property or not? Yes, sir. Come on. Now, can you go to West Indies space? West Indies space? Yes. Now it's in the red color, font size 30 pixel, my requirement satisfied. The same thing I want for India and ASIS also or not. So can I go to India page? Can I go to India page? Okay. So can I apply internal styling by using style tag? Okay. Selector is what? Div para span. My color is like red and my font size is like 30 pixel or not. So my India page, how it is looks like? Yes, my requirement satisfied. The next one is like what? Okay, ASIS. Okay, can I go with that? Now here also, can I apply internal styling by using style tag div comma para? My color is like red and my font size is like 30 pixel or not? Yes. All in my application, all pages requirement satisfied or not? Agreed? Yes or no? Okay, through which styling? Through which styling you apply? Through internal styling or not? Now tell me, in my application, there has multiple pages are there. Multiple pages are there. If I open that pages, this code, if you observe, it is a kind of duplicate code or not? Yes or no? Come on. In the past, you written the duplicate code at element level. Now you written the duplicate code at, come on, you written the duplicate code at page level or not? Yes or no? In my internal styling, you written the duplicate code at page level or not? For example, in my application, multiple pages are there. Okay, each and every player, I don't want in the red color, I want in the green color. Then that time, how many places you need to do the change? Open the first page, make it like green. Open the second page, make it like green. Open the third page, make it like green. Like this or not? Yes or no? Okay, like changes also is like very costly or not, very difficult or not. So the drawbacks are what? The drawbacks are what? Okay, you written the duplicate code at the you written the duplicate code at the element level or page level. Page level or element level? At the page level or not? Making the changes also very difficult or not? So to overcome those drawbacks, what they introduced? What they introduced? External styling or not? External styling or not? So don't write. Okay, if you have a specific requirement, then only you can go. Okay, don't write the styles like inline or okay, internal styles. Okay, don't write. Okay, inline styling, don't go with the inline styling and internal styling. Do one thing. At application level, if you want to write some CSS, which is common for all the pages, okay, don't keep those styles at page level. Just create one separate file which is related to CS. That file extension is like CSS. So can I create any name you can put it? The extension should be CSS. Got my point? Agreed with me? Okay. Now, can I place your styles in the CSS now? CSS now. Now tell me, my question is, style tag is required or not required? Not required. Just remove it. The same syntax only for my external styling. What is the syntax? Tell me. What is the syntax? Your selectors or not? Your selectors and your CSS properties or not? But now you need to place inside the
HTML CSS file inside the CSS file or not? Got my point? Inside the CSS file or not? Okay, now I removed my styles, okay, from my page, okay, india.html, assist.html, westindies.html. I placed that CSS in my styles.css. Now, if I refresh the page, is my styles applied or not applied? Is my styles applied? Is my styles applied? Applied or not applied? Not applied. Why it is not applied? Why it is not applied? Okay, now tell me. At the time of loading this particular page, my browser sent how many requests? Can you check it? How many requests my browser sent to get the content? How many requests my browser sent? How we can check? At the time of loading my assist.html, my browser sent how many requests? How we can check? In my network tab, we can check it or not? Yes or no? For my assist.html only I'm asking. Okay, in my network tab. Can I go to the network tab? Okay, now can I refresh my page? How many requests sent? Only one request, that is assist.html or not. Assist.html or not. So my request got completed successfully. That related, okay, that related file, okay, that related file where we can see in the file explorer format in the source tab. See, assist.html is loaded. Is my CSS loaded or not loaded? Where you written the CSS? Where you written the CSS? Where you written the CSS? In my styles.css file or not? But that file not loaded here or not. So you should have to load that file at the time of loading my assist.html or not. So how we can load one CSS file while running your HTML, while loading your HTML means by using one of the element called as a link, by using one of the tag called as a link tag. Okay, here, okay, two mandatory attributes are there. What are those? You know, one is like one attribute. Okay, relation is like style sheet, and your file path you have to give href equals to, where is my file path? My style.css is your file path or not? Got my point? Got my point? Okay, this is the tag we are going to use, okay, to load your external CSS file into my HTML or not? Yes, sir. Now, these two are the mandatory attributes. These two are the mandatory attributes. Now come here. Can I refresh the page? This is the assist.html. Can I go to the network? In the past, one request went, clear that one. Okay, can I refresh the page? Now, how many requests went? Now, how many requests went? Now, how many requests went? Two requests or not? One for assist.html, another one is for CSS. Both are like 200 is like a success. Now, can I go to the source? My assist.html also loaded. My styles.css also loaded. That's the reason whatever the CSS properties are there, those are applied to my element or not. Got my point? Okay, for my West Indies also. For my West Indies also, can I go to my West Indies? Okay, can you go to my styles.css? Okay, span bold. Span is required, bold also required. Okay, you can put it, no issues. Yes. The next one is what? The next one is what? India. So how? Link relation equals to style sheet and href equals to, what is that? Style.css. Done. Now, can I refresh West Indies? Can I refresh India? Can I refresh Assist? Now, my question is, how many times you written the code? How many times you written the code? Come on. How many times you written the code? How many times you written the code? How many times you written the code? Only one time or not? Only one time or not? Only one time or not? Okay, if you want to do any change, okay, I don't want green, I want red color, then how many places you need to do the change? How many places you need to do the change? Only one place or not? Only one place or not? Now tell me, whatever the drawbacks are there in my internal styling, able to overcome those drawbacks in my external styling or not? Agreed? Come on. Okay, so which one is the recommended one? After this discussion, which one you prefer? Which one you prefer? Which kind of styling is recommended one? Always external styling or not? If it is like a common at the application level, always application level, always external one is the recommended one or not? External styling is like a recommended one or not? All right, great. Okay, the prior and everything we'll see in tomorrow's class. Okay, now come here. Okay, let me upload it. Let me upload last 7 class videos you can find in the content folder. Any newcomers are there who is joining from today onwards? Any newcomers? You can use your chart window. Any newcomers who is joining from today onwards? Any newcomers? Any newcomers? Any newcomers who is joining from today onwards? But this is my job, don't think more. Okay. Yeah, newcomers who join from today onwards, do one thing. Okay, go to this website, uijavakit.com. Okay, I pasted in chart. Can you open that website in your browser? Can you open that website, newcomers, uijavakit.com? Can you open that website? When you open that website, okay, let me open from my end also. Open that website. Okay, once you open that website, you can see multiple tiles. One of the tile called as a React.js. Click on the React.js tile. Newcomers, click on the React.js tile. Okay, this is the website, my own website. It is always available to you 24/7, always up and run. Now come down. Now come down. In the download section, there has one link is there, today class. Click on the today class. If you click on the today class link, you can see one zip folder here, zip file here, downloaded in the downloaded folder. Go to that folder. Just extract it. Just extract it. Okay, now you can open that folder. Now you can open that extracted folder. You can see all your class content. Now open this content.txt file. You can see what content we are going to deliver as part of our course, as well as last 7 class videos also you can see here. Last 7 class videos also. As I said, first 10 class videos I will provide. Okay, last 7 class videos you can see here. Just go through that videos. If you have any questions, just let me know. Okay, React not yet started. It's a simple basic things of HTML and CSS I'm discussing. Got my point? Agreed with me? Okay, if you have any questions, okay, you can ask in tomorrow's class. So your assignment is like complete HTML. Okay, introduction, inline block level attributes, input controls, HTML tags, and the HTML5 also go with that. You can easily understand. Okay, just this APIs don't go with these APIs. Okay, HTML APIs are there, right? Okay, don't go with this. It is a JavaScript topic. I will tell later. Okay, up to here you can complete. Up to here you can complete. Okay, the next one is like go to CSS. Go to CSS section. Okay, first 2 you can complete. Introduction and how to apply the styles. Introduction and how to apply the styles. These 2 you can complete. Okay, if you need any YouTube video or something, you can click on this one. Okay, you can go through that video. Okay, if you are able to understand, okay, you can go through this one, no issues. Okay. If you have any questions, if you're stuck with something, okay, this is my email ID. Just you can drop a mail with your code. Okay, go to feedback section. Go to feedback section. Okay, this is my email ID. Just you can drop a message. You can drop a message. Okay, with your code, screenshot at least. Okay, anyone have any questions? Newcomers are able to download. Newcomers are able to download. Are you able to download? Are you able to download? Don't respond to newcomers. Okay, okay then. Okay, we'll continue remaining things in tomorrow's class. Thank you guys. Thanks for joining. Bye. Okay, the link may change from tomorrow onwards. So, okay, if you not get the link who already paid the fee, just you can contact with that admin guy. Okay, the admin details also you can find here. This is the admin. Okay, admin phone number. Okay, once you pay the fee in this format, just you can drop a screenshot to him. Okay, drop a message. So you can get the new link. You can get the new link. If you pay the fee, still you not get the new link. Okay, just call him. Just call him. Okay, just call him. If you already paid, okay, still you not get it. Okay, okay then tomorrow morning. Okay, if you have any questions, you can unmute. You can talk. Okay, thank you guys. Thanks for joining. Bye.